Hey everybody, welcome to Full 42. We are back, Mike and I, and actually the kids here from visiting
Yes.
Niagara
I know
Falls.
you are.
Yeah, we were at a convention. Hey Donnie, hi everybody. Saw Donnie
guys.
there as well. We were at a convention called the Gathering of Friends, and we're going to talk about the games, our top 5 games that we played there. Plus, share a lot of fun stuff. This is one of the rare times that Mike and I get to hang out together in real life. So.
But Chris is talking, yeah.
Good evening, everybody.
Howdy. Luca, where did you go this weekend?
Niagara Falls.
And what did you see?
A lot of waterfalls and a boat.
And a boat?
Yeah.
What else did you see?
And some cool animals
Yeah.
like
You saw a couple dogs. What else did you see? What were those? How many of those white flying things did you see?
maybe 100.
You mean birds?
Seagulls. I wanted him to say seagulls.
Oh. I
Where
was
were
like, did you
this
forget
weekend?
the word birds?
I found a scorpion.
You found a scorpion?
Yeah.
Where? That's news to me.
You brought it home, put it in your laundry. Don't worry about it.
Brown because they bit.
Oh, okay. You found one. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
give me that.
Have fun finding that.
It's probably in bed. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Right?
So we went to that convention. That's why we weren't here last week. And we are, we're going to talk about all of our games we played.
Okay.
Let me show this.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna do a
We're gonna
painting.
get
and
to
then
the
you're gonna go
painting.
upstairs, right?
Painting.
We're gonna do a painting and then we're gonna go upstairs.
Stay down here.
I know you do. We have to go to bed because what do you have tomorrow? School. We have school tomorrow. And Chris and I are gonna talk about some games that we played while we were on our quest.
Stay over here.
I know you do. We have to go upstairs and go to bed.
Oh.
I know.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead since someone wants to be involved here and go do the Luca paintings and we'll do announcements afterwards?
Yeah. We'll do announcements afterwards. You want to show up? So it's a Mika painting today. We have a
Oh,
Mika painting
nice.
to show.
What?
Want to show Mika painting? Yeah. All right. So we got to do the preamble. How long have you been painting?
100 days maybe.
100 days? Since you were
More
one.
than that.
You've been painting since you were one. So-
I'm painting what I did.
1,200 days. A lot of days. And little guy over here has been painting for a little over just about 2 years. And every now and then one of his paintings makes the show. But they do watercolor painting on these little 4x4 things. And we ask everybody in the chat what they see in that picture, right? Right. And this is Mika painting. So we have Mika here to tell us what it is. Maybe Luca can play this time. All right, ready?
Yeah.
So this was done this March. So last month. And you want to show it? You got to hold it up to that camera. Okay. Other way.
What?
We'll show the color to them so they can see it. Hold it this way. No. Here. There you go. So what do you guys see in... Don't answer yet because I'm sure you'll give it away. What do you guys see in that painting? Hold it still.
Ooh, that one's cool.
No, you can't move it. They got to see it. You can't move it. You gotta hold it still. That's why I'm holding you still. Nope. If you don't want to do it, I will. Okay? You're down here to help with the painting, so let's help with the painting. There you go. Oh, what is that?
I painted that.
You did paint that. Do you remember when you painted that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on our 250th episode. You know who else got their painting? Helena.
And let's see Helena.
Helena got... No, she has her painting. And she's not at... It would be weird if she was at Chris's.
So Oldie sees a donkey.
Aldi, good to see you. I had your painting
Nice.
with you too.
Hi, Oldie.
All right, let's hold it back up.
I imagine a blue donkey.
Look at the water again.
A dragon diving? Ooh, that's a good one. I was just going to say a blue dragon with like pink magic, but I like the diving one.
Yeah, they see it.
Blue rabbit sledding on cotton candy. That's fun.
Yeah. Let's see what they say.
Dragon with pink eyes.
Yeah,
Dragon
hope you're
face
doing good.
and the wind blowing by them. Dragon diving from high.
Hope you're doing good, Aldi.
Oh,
Diving bluebird or the blue bunny?
the
blue rabbit
bunny-
sliding down a
the
tunnel?
blue bunny.
A blue bunny. Yeah, somebody sees a blue bunny here.
Yeah, I was sorry to miss you too, Aldi.
It's a-
Oh.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the same thing. Like I said, a blue dragon. I like the diving underwater thing though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good one. All right, so Mika, I'm going to ask you in a second. Okay, don't answer.
Okay.
Okay, Luca, what do you see?
Some pink magic.
Something magic?
Magic. Yeah.
The pink is magic. Okay, what's the blue?
It's his head.
It's his head.
Yeah.
Whose head?
Dragon.
A dragon's head. A dragon's head, and the pink is the magic.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, beta fish.
What is the
A beta fish is a good one. All right, Mika,
wow.
since you're
Like
the
that.
artist, get on camera so you can see. All right, you ready? Since you're the artist, what did you paint? What is that?
Bubble.
Bubble?
Yeah.
Where? Where's the bubble?
It's right there. Right here.
Those are bubbles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Those are bubbles.
Yeah.
That-
So the underwater
They're
dragon.
not bubbles and fire.
Oh, it's fire?
Yeah.
Well, you said they were bubbles. Are they fire bubbles?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They are
Yes,
fire
the infamous
bubbles.
fire bubbles.
Okay. They're fire bubbles.
Things and even deep.
Okay, let's put this down. So these are fire bubbles?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want you playing a rubber band, bud.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. So fire bubbles.
Yeah,
Really?
that was
Fire
pretty
bubbles?
much what we all said.
Or a magic dragon.
Some fireballs.
Put your shirt down.
A magic dragon.
Yeah,
with
Dave was going to say
fireballs.
fire bubbles. It was right on. We didn't wait long enough for him.
Yeah, fire bubbles. All right, you got it. Fire bubbles. Thank you.
That's Mika, Luca, and
Luca.
right here.
Yeah, these are the
Fire bubbles. Yep, it does.
Mika, Luca.
those are the stickers. Those are you guys, right? Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like the colors. I've always liked the blue and the pink. Like those colors
Those
from
look
that set. That blue and that pink look really good. Right.
Now watch
Hey.
this on the screen. Now watch this on screen.
I'm watching on the screen.
Doesn't stick his tongue out, but then
Yeah.
when it's not sticking his tongue out, watch.
Who's not singing this? Oh, look at that. Remember that one?
It's
Yeah, look at that one.
oh,
Those are your paintings.
what are they?
Those
I
are
keep
ones you
sneaking in
painted.
your house and stealing all your paintings.
He's sneaking in the house. Don't pick it up. He's sneaking in the house and stealing paintings.
What?
He's not.
Yeah,
Those
you
are
get
ones
too many of them. You won't know they're missing.
What?
I'm an art thief.
We got to get you to paint one for him next time, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Chris and I are gonna do the show.
Okay.
You go upstairs.
Am I sitting on a? Wow, how'd you see that? Oh, because I got up.
Wait.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's what I want.
Oh, you guys are great. Thank you.
Good. Good eye.
Okay. Let's go.
I love you.
Oh, at the game.
Of course, the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
That's
Leonardo,
I'll be upstairs
as
soon.
we all
Okay.
know.
Up. Thank you. Okay.
Things got so quiet.
I know. Don't worry. They'll be upstairs screaming in a minute. I'm sure.
Okay, awesome. So announcements. Do I have any? I don't have any right now.
The
So much is
Whisperwood follow
happening.
page. The Whisperwood follow
That's
page
fair.
is what? 5,000 people.
Yep. Follow page
Almost
for
5,000.
Whisperwood is at 5,000 people and growing. The link for it is in descriptions. If you're not following, go check it out. We have new artwork that is hitting our Facebook now. I've seen so much more that's like getting ready to go. Oh, I can't wait. I showed you some of it like on my phone and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Donatello gets no love. I think most people lean towards Donatello. Every time I say Leonardo, they argue back with Donatello.
Donnie's pretty good, and they all have their fan base, right?
Sure. But yeah, no announcements from me. I've done all the things that I am. Last week I did everything, so I got nothing to do this week. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
What about you? Any announcements?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
still
both so
catching up.
worn out from the whole week. I think that we're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, we got nothing coming.
I'm still catching up.
Yeah, that's fine. I've gone nonstop today, just catching up work and meetings and stuff like that. So I get it. It's a lot of Monday, so we're going to relax. We're just going to talk about our top 5, talk about things we did, people we saw. We're going to specifically leave out one person. If you're listening for your name, we're going to forget about you. So I'm just kidding. In case we do forget about somebody, Yeah,
that's probably a blanket statement of like,
we're
probably going to forget some stuff.
Because there's going to be somebody that I played like 10 games with and I forgot to mention, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was there, just a lot of late nights and early mornings and playing games with people. So
man.
I
don't think I could do that sleep schedule again, dude.
Yeah. You were
That might be
trooper.
the last. That might be the last.
Both
3 or 4 hours a night, basically. Maybe less. Sometimes.
Well, no, there were a couple. I was out early and you were still sleeping because you're also on a different time zone, and I get it.
That's true. I mean, yeah, you got less sleep than I did.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. You got small kids or something. I'm not used to less sleep.
Yeah, I do it kind of whenever I'm there, the 4-hour window. It was a good week to get some work done because Peter was there, and Peter and I could do some stuff in the same room, not worrying about technology in the way or meeting on a computer. Sure. It was physically in the same room to get some stuff done, and that helped a lot. So I didn't want to pass on that opportunity. And then
I tried to do no work. I did put in 4 hours of work.
You did.
You did. But work. It was I had to give notes on a rule book about my game. So work, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the QCon schedule. That's about what I do.
Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing where you just don't want to miss any moment. So you sleep as little as possible. I needed like the 3-day week and that I got when I came back to recover. So I still haven't recovered, honestly.
No.
But yeah, you want to be on the late night shift. You want to stay up till like 5 o'clock playing all the games and all that and stuff. And then you also don't want to oversleep or you miss all the games during the day. So what are you going to do?
Yep. I like the schedule. I like what we did with there's this lull, and it kind of like it happens with conventions in general, but there's this lull when people go to lunch and there's this lull when people go to dinner, and it's you can feel it. But the way the schedule was this year, I feel like the every other day with the early dinner or late lunch, depending on how you look at it, and then the earlier dinner for the Griffins, we got more time together in a less crowded room for the most part, which was interesting. But yeah, it was a great marathon, and I'm happy to be home in my own bed, even though the kids are like here, and in my own shower and back to somewhat of a routine, which probably will still go through this week, and we'll see.
It is nice to just break up your whole life in 1 week, though.
Yeah.
Do something totally weird. Do you have a count for how many unique games you played?
I do not.
So I counted mine because I took a picture of every game I played. Not good pictures. That's why I'm not going to share everyone. But it was enough for me to know what game it was. But I played 40 different games.
40?
Some of them more than once. Yeah.
I can count. Well, if you talk for a minute, I can get because I
Sure.
sent you a picture. I think of all the games that I played.
Yeah, a good portion of them were actually prototypes from friends.
Okay.
If Evan's on here, like 3 of his prototypes were played. I think played 2 prototypes from Dave, who's on there. I didn't get to play any of Corey and Donnie's prototypes, unfortunately. They brought them. There's a lot of people that I wanted to play more games with, but you just don't. You get caught up and you're like, oh, you want to play another game and stuff like that. You end up at the same table for a long time, and then you don't see friends until you get up and walk to the restroom. You're like, oh, we should play a game, and then you never do. But or you do, but you don't play the prototypes and all that stuff. I do like playing prototypes. Prototypes are probably the only games I ever win most of the time. So that's how you know they're still broken if I'm winning them. But yeah, I'd say maybe not 10 of them. So, I don't know, a good maybe like 7, 8 of those are prototypes. And a lot of them are little games, little short games and stuff like that because people like to do it. I did, let's see. Let's talk about, while you're counting still, let's talk, because you were there for 10 days. I was there for 7 days. And I actually didn't play anything the last day because I overslept, then got sick, and then had to get on a plane. I don't know why I got sick. I just felt bad on my stomach. I think all the non-sleep caught up to me. I actually started feeling better once I got on the plane, which is the best time to feel better, honestly. But yeah. So I played 40 games, 40 different games in 6 days. And there were
38.
How'd you get less?
38, and one of them. Well, I mean,
you played more.
I do.
You played some more than once, though.
Yeah, I did. I played them a lot. The only one on there that's a prototype is Evan's pinball game, which that I cannot wait for that to come out. I hope that works out. And Dave's game, the baited.
Yeah.
Everything else was published.
I think I played baited twice.
Yeah, I played multiple times. I mean, there was a game, we'll talk about it, but there were games that were played multiple times throughout. But there was also I was doing work in the morning, so there were a couple days where I was 10 o'clock up in the lounge, got down at 1, played a couple, went to lunch or went to dinner.
Yeah, that's true.
Saturday, I lost Saturday. Well, right. Kind of Friday night and Saturday, I lost because the kids came. Allison brought the kids and my mom, which there are a couple pictures if we share any. So I lost that day, but I look at it a little different. I enjoy my time that's there, and I love playing games because I play games with the QSCon community every other Tuesday, basically. I have the conventions that I run. So I play games semi-regularly, not as much as I want to. And I look forward to this for 2 different, there are 2 things that happen at this specific one. There's the time to play games with friends, uninterrupted. I'm not running a convention. There's nothing taking me away from stuff. Kind of like when I was at Origins last year for the first time as an attendee, just playing games. But there's something there. This community, I've talked about this almost ad nauseum. There's something about this community and the people that are in it that you miss, even though you go to conventions almost once a month, you miss these people, right? And you see them and you say hi, you stop by their booth. How you doing? How's the trip in? When are you leaving? Maybe we'll get a game in. Hope you have a great show. See you later. With all intentions of stopping by again and saying bye and having, safe travels or whatever. And it's not enough time because there are so many, and this might be a me problem, but there are so many people that I want to see at these things, and I only get to see them if they're stopping by the booth I'm in or I'm stopping by their booth. So one of the big things that I enjoy from this one specifically is no one has a booth. There's nothing that anyone is responsible for. They have meetings, they take pitches, they have dinner plans, they do their thing, but they're there to just you just get to connect, and I get to sit down. I talk to Maddie P multiple times for chunks of time. I talk to Julie from Gamma. I talk to Peter. I talk to, obviously, with you, but I talk to you regularly. But getting to sit down and talk to them, like at dinner is another good chunk of time, right? We're there for typically 2.5 hours, where that's a chunk of the time where we're not playing games, we're at dinner and we're talking to each other and we're talking about the industry, or we're talking about the kids, or we're talking about something. And it's not about playing games, it's about being with them. And that's the biggest thing, other than playing games with them, which is great, is about spending time with them, whoever they are. Like Jason and Carl, we got to hang out with Jason and Carl, and I've been working with Jason the past couple games that have been coming out, but like just to hang out with them and talk to them, it's such a big part of what I take away from this thing. So having less game plays or game time, but having more of the connections that I miss when I'm at an Origins, a Gen Con, a PAX, where I don't get that time with them, means almost as much, if not more, than the time at the table moving meeples and rolling dice. Because everyone knows I roll dice like shit, and that's always fun. But being able to sit down and no game on the table and just sit there with a drink, without a drink, it doesn't matter, and talk to anyone about anything there. I met a ton of new people this year.
It's kind of like a 10-day party, honestly. You're just hanging out. It's like a chill party, like hanging out, talking to people, blah, blah, blah. So
it's like board game camp. Like it's right. You get your dinners, you get your lunches, you go, not, you go out to dinners and you go out to lunch. It's not like all inclusive, but like maybe you do some design. I got to play a prototype that I made with another designer. We digitally did it. We came up with the idea at Gamma. There was a digital form that he put together, but I got to play it in person. Both of the ones that we designed in person. So, I mean, there's all like, that's like the arts and crafts hour. Like there's all the things that you can do with the ice cream social and the brunch on Sunday and the flea market and the excursions that people plan. Like but it really does feel like you get to see these people for an extended period of time when you don't get to see them. You want to see them and you don't get to see them. And not everyone does that. Not some people come in for a couple days. Some people couldn't care less about some of the stuff. Just my takeaway from it, that means almost more to me than the time spent at a table playing games, because that's the type of person, like I would rather sit and talk than play a game and catch up and do whatever, because you mean that, like, that connection means more to me than who won the game. Sure. It depends.
Yeah. I mean, the games are, that's why we like the industry. The games are kind of a glue for starting those things, right? Some people go to game night just to play the games, and you're an NPC that they are playing against, and that's fine. Everybody gets out of it what they want, but whenever you're the type of person that's like, I'm doing this to play with other people, to spend time with other people, that's going to be helpful in these kind of things. So, you mentioned, what was that?
No, I just said, I was agreeing. Oh. I didn't catch up any of the chat, so I'm hi to everyone that's in there. Hey, Derek.
Di's asking about the aquarium.
And the aquarium.
Yeah, and there's an aquarium. There's people that play pickleball. Do they still do the frisbee thing?
Brett and Bobby went out and played a round of disc golf. Derek goes and runs. Evan goes and plays soccer. There are so many other. It's a really good location because of the falls. So like most of the weather was shitty. It fucking snowed. It snowed 2 days. Hey Corey, it snowed 2 days that we were there. Chris actually got snowed on for the first time.
No, not the first. So like I was saying, what I saw was whenever it's just a little flurry and it turns the water. I've seen that. It's very rare. Maybe like 2 or 3 times in my life. Right. That would be the 4th time. But I've never seen snow where like your feet disappear in it, I was kind of hoping to get some of that. We didn't get that.
You got to come up to Syracuse. You'll get it. But yeah, there are other things, like people plan things to do because it's a board game convention at its heart, but it really is like these people get together. Some of these, you only see them once a year, and they do things other than moving meeples. They do things like the.
So you mentioned, you mentioned designing. So I design So I came up with a party game design, and I've been working on it since I got back. By the way, I told you
Because
about
you
it,
can't turn it off. We can't
right?
turn that shit
Yeah,
off.
yeah. You and I started talking about a design idea that we should continue that talk. That's
I
a cool
agree.
thing. And I hooked up with another friend of ours, and we might be doing a co-design for another idea. So, we'll see. I want to push forward on that kind of stuff and really get it going. So,
Yeah.
now that I'm not designing a game for 6 people to enjoy, because I'm no longer running my Pathfinder game for the last 2.5 years, from level 1 to 20. Now I have time to get back to designing games for thousands of people. Stupid decision on my part, but but now that's over, and I could get back into board game design.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a great con. Can't wait till next year. All that stuff.
Good stuff. It's good stuff, good people.
Yeah, in our top 5, I did not put any prototypes. I didn't think that'd be fair. I will say, out of all the prototypes, you mentioned the one that I had the most fun with, which was the pinball machine, Evan's pinball machine. We should say this before you showed up. He's not in the chat yet.
We should. How did you do in that game?
I think I won against you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did I win against you?
Did.
Yeah.
You did.
It was kind of crazy because I thought you had beaten me. You had all this stuff. And what happened? Why did I? Oh, because you. It was something like Evan kept helping me out. It was something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Evan was my Chewbacca. I needed a Chewbacca to help me out.
You did. Yeah. You definitely split those points. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, it's crazy to have a prototype be a functioning pinball machine for each player. And you can play, and wherever the ball lands, those are the actions you can do. It's great.
Yeah.
I hope that gets signed by somebody. But there were a lot of, I also played other ones of his and stuff, but there were a lot of prototypes that were, I enjoyed every one, actually. I hope they all have a future.
100%, Nix. 100%. If Dave and I are listening, how many times when we played a game did I start critiquing just the game? Like it's hard to turn the designer and the developer hat off when you're playing. It really is. And when you don't notice it, you're playing a game that was done well. And if you do notice it, you're looking at something that was like not baked enough or wasn't blind play tested or something. Not that I'm looking for it, but and maybe Chris, you do the same. But when I'm playing a game, and I got this from working with Richard because Richard taught me kind of this thing. When you're playing a game, that game could open something up for a design you're making, and that design maybe it's not fully ready because it's missing something, or you're stuck. Like this thing keeps happening. How do I fix it? And then you play a game. And you're like, oh shit, that's awesome. Like there are multiple times this week that like a mechanism in a game was like, I want to do that. I want to do something like that in another game. And I'm always, I mean, you're playing like, and Chris has said this before too, you're playing games. It's kind of research for what you're doing, right? You're playing Chris's game is a bag builder. You play other bag builders to figure out what they did well, what they did not so well, and how you can improve it because you're not recycling the same thing. So like for me, when I'm playing a game, there's definitely multiple things I'm looking at, but I'm always looking at it from a design or development perspective. But if I played it a bunch of times or it's one that I've pulled out, then usually no. I don't think I'm looking at it, critiquing it that way because I'm familiar with it and I'm teaching it and I think they'll enjoy it. But if it's a game that's being taught or a game I don't know or a game I want to learn, I'm immediately into like, we played a game and I was like, that symbol is that symbol. And they're like, no, that can't be. I'm like, that doesn't make sense that way. It has to be this thing. And they're like, well, no, that's not how I said it. I'm like, read the rule book. And sure enough, they're like, yeah, that's the thing. Like you just it never shuts off for me. Maybe it does for Chris, but it's hard to turn it off for me.
It doesn't, but I think I enjoy it more than you do. So his question about does it keep you from enjoying the game? You answered yes, because you go this thing and you start talking and fixating on it and stuff like that. I enjoy those moments where I go, okay, that's something to learn from, or oh, they're doing the same mistake I did on this other thing that I've learned from. I wonder if they learned from that.
Right.
At that point. Stuff like
Right.
that. But I enjoy those moments. Like it heightens the enjoyment of the game to me, even if it's a crappy game or a crappy like mistake or something in there where you're just like, oh man, I wish that wasn't happening or whatever. Since you know it, you can get around it.
I know it's just text and it's hard to read emotion in text, but I'm pretty sure he's being super sarcastic here.
Yeah. No, that is the funny thing is that's whenever it would come from Mike is that he would point it out in the teach. That's not what that says though. That kind of stuff, which is always fun when you're teaching. You're like, yeah, I know. Dave didn't make the game.
Sure.
but you're berating him for what it says.
It's totally Chris. Chris. It's totally his fault. It's absolutely Dave's fault at that point. And I mean, I guess to be a little more clear, I do enjoy it. I always enjoy it because I can't turn. It's hard for me to turn it off. So when I'm looking at something, I'm questioning why things were done, and then it makes sense, or it doesn't make sense, and I'm like, oh, okay, it doesn't make sense. They should have done it this way, and I enjoyed that. I enjoy the processes that it takes and trying to understand because the designers they're usually not there, so you can't like we were playing Lord of the Rings, the Fate of the Fellowship, and a question came up about movement and battle and can you just move after battle or are you stuck because you're inherently stuck in battle when you battle in games. So Matt's there, the designer, and after we had played, I called him over. I was like, I asked him the question, and he's like, nope. Like, think of it as just an open world, and you're there, and you could just leave. I'm like, okay. Like, you don't get that all the time. So when you're looking at a rule book, and this is why rule books suck so hard, you're stuck with the rule book, and the rule book doesn't make sense. And you're like, well, that doesn't. There's no example. There's no furthering of the idea. You're just stuck with what's there, and then but that doesn't make sense. And then usually Dave and Di are there saying, yeah, that doesn't make sense, and then we're questioning even harder. But it is fun. Regardless, it is super fun.
What game was this where you were putting? Oh, it was the Great Voyage?
Yeah. Humboldt Great Voyage. Or is it Great Voyage?
My God, you talked about that for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I even asked the publisher. I was like, why? And like, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Like, okay, that's fine. But it didn't make sense. You're putting the people in the barrels. What?
Yeah, this exact thing happened to us. I can't remember what game it was. But either you or I said, that can't be the rule because then blah, 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 like this design, blah, blah, blah. And we looked it up and we're like, oh, you're right. Well, I can't remember what it was, but yeah, this exact thing happened. So
yeah, it's Humboldt, not Hannibal, Humboldt. We did that with, what did we play, Dave? Red North? I think it was Red North. I really liked it. Took a minute. And one of the things, you're fighting for these outposts and you're putting cards down and you're building strength. And when you get the outpost, there was this number on the outpost with a different icon for each outpost for color blindness. But the number, Dave was like, no, it's turn order. Like whoever has the outpost, that determines turn order. I was like, there's no way it's turn order. There are 3 1s. There was like 3 1s, a 2, and a 3. I'm like, that can't be turn order. And then he was like, oh, yeah, you're right. Then we looked into it. I was like, it either is victory points if you control it at the end of your turn, or it's strength to add to your power for when you're defending. And we had to look it up. But some things are like, no, that can't, like Corey's saying, that can't be right. Like, that doesn't work that way. And then you look it up and you're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, Red North. I really like Red North. Red North was good.
I don't think you must have played that before I got there or after.
I don't remember. Oh, it was after because I played it with Mike from Ravensburger. So yeah. Okay. Good though.
Should we get to? Do you want to get to the? Let's do the list, and we can afterwards. We can go through Grandpa's slideshow of his vacation. You send me all these pictures. We're not going to go through all of them, but we'll pop up some of them.
I asked Chris if he wanted to show pictures of the games we played because I know he took pictures of all the games he played, and I took pictures of all the games I played. And when I'm going through and I'm highlighting stuff, I was like, oh, that was fun. That was fun. Oh, that was a cute moment. Oh, that's good too. Oh, the kids are here. So I just sent him a whole bunch of stuff, and he called it Grandpa's Slideshow.
Yeah. Grandpa's Slideshow. That's right. You sent me 63 pictures.
I thought I sent more. 63 is nothing.
Well, I probably didn't download them all.
God damn it.
So we're not going to show 63 pictures, but we'll show some.
Unless they want.
Sure, we'll show them near the end. Whenever everybody leaves us.
When
But we'll do
everyone
those. We'll go through our list, which is why at least some of people have showed up for it. So we're going to talk about the top 5 games from the Gathering of Friends that we played. As I said, I left off prototypes. Did you leave off prototypes, or do you have any other rules that you? Did they have to be
No.
new games? All that stuff.
No.
But
No, because I definitely like that Humboldt's Great Voyage is, what did Dan say? It was a 2017
19.
game. Well, it was 17, but they pulled it in
It was-
19 because it's a hot
Right.
game and they took it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I mean, the only thing I did, and I already mentioned them, was Evan's pinball game is fucking bonkers, and I can't wait. And Dave's baited prototype was played multiple times. I think I added some pictures of some really, for me, I'm sure Dave has a different experience. Also good, not a bad way, but a different point of view. But from my point of view, I took a picture of them. He was doing a pitch, and it was like a really cool moment to watch that happening. So yeah, I left those 2 off. Everything else, I believe, is published. I think it's published.
Yeah, beta was good. I also really liked Dave's. I forget what it was called, but the party game that he had with the, what was it, a gear or a clock? What was it?
I didn't play that one. That was the other one that he pitched. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't play that one?
Nope.
It was something had a dial, and on the back of it, I can't remember what it's called. He'll tell me in a minute.
He'll tell you. Yeah.
But anyway, that was a good one, and yeah, that was cool to be on that pitch as well.
Sure.
Lock in. That's right. Locked
There
in.
you go.
Lock in or locked in? Right. It's a lock. That's right. Look like the circle of a master padlock kind of thing.
All right.
Which are really hard to pick. All right, so our top 5 games for the Gathering of Friends. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I'll go first.
All right, we'll have you go first. So your number 5. Do you have these in any order, by the way?
No, of course not.
You know you're supposed to put these in order, right?
No,
From
I
your
don't. It's not
least
the rule.
favorite to your most favorite.
Nope. Never signed that agreement.
Top 5.
Nope.
Okay, so are you at least saying that these 5 are better than all the rest?
I'm not agreeing to that. These are 5 of my favorite games that I played at the show.
The top 5. You know, the title is top 5.
Yeah, I have a list. You just happen to be
Yeah.
taking the top 5 of them
So they're better.
in no particular order. That doesn't mean that number 6 isn't better than the one I'm going to talk about. I'm just
Great. All right, so tell us your random game.
random number 1 or number 5. How do you want to do it? 5? It's 5.
Number
Random
5.
number 5.
Doesn't matter to you. Mine are in order, by the way. You're
Okay,
welcome.
you can put them in order. Good for you for putting them in order. You're so good at this. Oh, I got to tell you, I'm looking at them like you should just pull it up. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is an old game, probably the oldest that we played. Maybe not. I think it is. Shadows over Camelot.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be the oldest.
I'm pretty sure it's the oldest one on the list.
2000.
Pretty sure it's the oldest on the list.
20 years old.
There you go.
And I can even share. There we go.
Yeah. So this is a classic. This is one that came up in conversation. I played this one a lot. It really is fun. It always has moments, just like a typical, like, you don't know there's a traitor in the game. Maybe there is, but just like a typical traitor game, people do stuff, and the game is stacked against you. Out of the gate, you got to do something bad. And no matter what you advance, people start questioning why you're advancing that thing. And you can ask for suggestions like, what should I do? It's a really good way to hide. You have to do something bad out of the gate, and then you could do something good, maybe. But there's all these different things going on, and the game's restriction is you can't do the same thing twice. So, and you can only do one action on your turn, but you can lose a life to do another action, but you still can't do the same thing twice. So you can't be at a place and do the thing twice to help progress it. There are other things that happen too, like cards or whatever. But it restricts you in a way that makes you seem suspect because you're moving around. You have to move and do a thing, and you got to wait there and do a thing, but you don't have the things that the thing requires. And you're like, I don't know, I can't. But it's got so much. It's got a lot of moving parts, even though it's a very simple game. You're going to a thing, and you're playing a card, and you're doing something bad in the beginning, and it's always fun. And the people we were playing with, I think everybody had fun, and it ended up having a picture at the end that was hysterical. I
Which
forgot
you
who
didn't
took
say.
it. Was it? No, I did. It's in there.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
the
so.
one where Peter's pointing at himself.
Yeah, I don't think you said
It's it.
that.
I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, I didn't download it.
Well, then that's on you. So somebody had come over, I think it was Shannon, and took a picture, and she said, "Why don't, like we were near the end of the game, and she's like, why don't you point at who you think is the traitor?" And we're all looking at the camera, and we pointed, and we all pointed at different people, but then Peter pointed at himself because Peter was the traitor. So there was this picture that the reveal was hysterical because we didn't see Peter pointing at himself until the picture. It was really fun.
We actually won.
No, yeah, they won. We won, not they won. I was part of the good.
Yeah, you weren't a traitor. I did accuse you,
You
but
did.
and it was a compliment. I said I accused you because everybody else was like, I don't think he's a traitor. I was like, yeah, but he's a good traitor. He's a really good traitor.
Don't
It
let
was
the
a
word out.
compliment.
That's
You're
not true. It's not true.
You're good at being a traitor. You are.
I'm not good at it. I'm very bad at it. Yeah, it's
Says
right
the
there.
Traitor.
I'm looking at it's in your I sent it to you. It's hysterical.
Yeah,
So who pointed? Chris pointed at me. It's the only one that got pointed at. Laura pointed at Di, so Di did something that made her seem like a traitor. Brett and I pointed at Dave. And Di pointed at Peter. So Di was the only one that pegged that, and then Peter pointed at himself. It's awesome. Seven
Nobody
people.
pointed at me.
No one pointed at you. Nope.
So I won.
Yeah, it's hysterical. It's a great game. It's hard to find. It's long out of print. There are games that do similar stuff, but the push and pull of the Grail, the push and pull of the Lady in the Lake with Excalibur, the fighting of the Picts and the Saxons, like everything is on fire. Not to mention like what Aldi said with the catapults, like everything is happening and you're just like, how do we do the things? And you have to do something bad and then you try and mitigate, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I was Sir Galahad, where basically I get to play a white card that benefits everybody for free. So I was constantly doing that. So you know, luckily I wasn't the traitor because you can make yourself look good real easy with that character.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets cards. Yay, we love Sir Galahad. And I was like, man, I wish I was the traitor. But yeah, no, great. It's a great game. Don't know why that died there.
I love it. I think it still holds up. Like for being an older
does.
game, I think it
There's-
still holds up. It's still fun. It's still got that punch in the face out of the gate where you got to do something bad and then you guys are mitigating, and it has enough. I haven't played with the expansion. The expansion could add a second traitor into the mix because of the shuffle, but the base game itself has got enough. It's got enough out of the gate that's just. It's just it hurts, and then you got to try and figure it out along with someone trying to tank it. It's still
with
great.
large counts, I prefer the expansion with Merlin's expansion so that you could have the second traitor and stuff because it makes it a little more difficult for the people to win. I think the old version, like the version that we played, the original version, where there's only one traitor, possibly no traitor. I think it's too hard for the traitor to win. You have to wait for the right moment, and then if it doesn't present itself, you're just in a losing game. You're like, oh, okay, they've got me. There's no way I can, kind of thing.
We were damn close though, right? Like we were four catapults away from losing, and had we lost, I forgot which battle it was, but had we lost one of the battles, and some of them were tipping, it would have been 2 out of the gate. So we would have went from 4 to 2 in one turn, and then potentially lost the game once that last one's put down. Yeah. So it was close. This one was close.
Peter, who was the traitor, sitting to my left, and he told me like at the last game. I think was I the last one to go? No, I wasn't. I was almost the last. You were the last, or he was the last one to go. But he told me that had I not done a thing, and a certain card came up, he could have won, right? And he's right. He could have by bringing the sieges in. But that's why I did that thing. I told him it's like I thought I can't trust him. I can't trust you. I can't trust Dave because Dave always seems like a traitor.
Right.
I don't know why. Maybe it's the lawyer.
Maybe.
But no, it's a great game. Had fun. I'm glad we played it. Good number 5.
Thank you.
My number 5. That wasn't on my list actually. I think I played it.
I
enough
sent you
where-
pictures of us playing games, and you didn't use it. You decided to go somewhere else.
I have all the other pictures, just not that one.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, and also they're like little thumbnails, so I can't. You didn't do them in order, so you know.
No, I didn't do them in order.
So yeah, if I see it, I'll grab it, but I
Okay.
don't see it. So. Oh, I do see it. No, I don't. That's a different game. So that's the problem. Is they're little thumbnails, so it's hard to tell. Yeah. Anyway, now you got me searching for the thing instead of going on to my number 5.
Perfect.
Is that it? That's not it. All these games look the same when they're little thumbnails. Anyway, my number 5 is an unusual one for my lists. Usually I go heavy. This is the lightest game I played, but it was hilarious and it was fun. It's Quark.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So
Dave loved this game. Dave was very good
Yeah.
at work.
I thought it was great. This is all the game is. You have that little coaster that sits in the middle. Everybody has a little cork on a string with a little ball at the end. You hold on to the ball, you put the cork on the coaster. Someone else, you take turns, has the cup. That's a little rubber cup too, so it doesn't hurt. And puts dice in it, puts it down, and when they lift it, if it's doubles or a 7, they get to try to catch everybody's corks, and you have to pull your cork out in time. And then you don't want to get caught. And you also don't want to get faked out. You can get faked out if like a 6 shows up and someone does that. You pull it out and you gain a point for it, and you want to have the least amount of points. It's fun. Everybody freaks out. It's fun to like go huh, and like freak people out, and they pull it, and we all laugh. It's hilarious. I kind of want to get it, but I don't know if my group would play it. But I'll definitely play it again next year because it was fun. It's just a nice way to end the game, end the day with something stupid and silly like that. So, and it's so simple. I wish I just thought of it. It's one of those.
It really is. It really is. Just giving the points, like you don't want to pull your cork on a non-double or non-7 because you get a point, but you also don't want to try and trap people if it's not the thing. Like there's a lot going on in such a simple game, and it rewards quick thinking, but I loved it. It was really fun.
I only got caught once, and I made my 3 other points by not catching anybody.
Right.
I sucked at that part, but thankfully I was only that 4 times, right? Or three or 4 times, but yeah.
Were you in the game with Dave and I?
I don't think so.
No, I
was-
forgot who
no.
it might have been West. I forgot who we played with. Dave did not do well at all. Like he was not only getting trapped, but catching people when it wasn't the right thing and pulling out when it wasn't the right thing. He did not do very well with it. And I scored 0 points. I didn't get caught once. It was really fun. Oh, it was Brett. It was great.
Yeah. No, it's good. I even had a little system. So I hold on to the ball, had the string go along my finger like this, and I would just do that like it's a gun.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No jerking back or anything like that.
Yeah, it was great. Really good. That's from the op. That's if it's not out yet, it might be out, but yeah, that's a good one.
It was at the time. I asked him if it was out. He said it released that day that we were playing it, or the day before. Like it was right then. So we should be able to talk about it. If it's not on shelves now, it will be soon.
That's a great.
Yeah,
It's a great.
it's my
good
number
pick,
5.
good pick.
We doing the snake thing like we always do, and you say we always do it, and so we're going to do it.
You got it.
All right, so my number 4. My number 4 is one you're familiar with, should be anyway, and I got to play it with you as you taught it to someone new. Concrete
Oh.
Camp.
Nice.
I think, did I win this one or barely not? No, I lost this one only because the rules weren't perfectly followed.
Whose fault?
So-
Whose fault?
Yeah, I know it was me. I forgot, but basically, I gave you 2 free lessons. But the score at the end was 97, 98, and 99.
Yep.
And I gave both of you a free turn, basically. So
Yep.
I lost the game by doing that, not remembering that rule. But
Yeah.
in any case, we played this game on the show. I don't know if we need to dig into it and all that. The Kickstarter is over now.
Yeah,
but-
it ended last Tuesday.
There will be I assume, a way to back behind if you're not, if you didn't get into it soon
Yep.
enough. Usually it's
will.
open up. So we'll bring that up in case you are, because and for whatever it does, we'll put it in the next show or whatever that pops up. Because it's really fun, and I talked to a lot of people that played it and really enjoyed it. It's such a smooth experience too, like an elegant design. The artwork's great. I enjoyed it, so it is perfectly fitting on my number 4 here.
That's a good one.
I mean, out of 40 games.
Yeah, not bad. Top 5, top 4.
And I usually tend to like really heavy games, so light games on mine are exceptional in that regard. What's your number 4?
So I'm gonna go with. I'm looking. I don't think I took a picture of it. It was the last game I played, I think, with Dave and Di.
Is it Red North?
No. Although
I
I
saw
don't think
that.
no, that's in there. I don't think it was. I don't don't see the picture actually. So I brought a game that I grabbed at Barnes and Noble a couple days before we left because it was on the clearance rack and it seemed interesting. I knew nothing of it. I had it on the shelf, and Grant Lyon comes over and was like, "Oh, did you play this?" I'm like, "No, I just picked it up." He's like, "It's great," and I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "It's surprisingly great. It's under a lot of people's radar. I don't understand why. You need to play it." So I learned it while they were playing something else. I forgot what it was, and played it with Dave and I. It's called Bosa, BOSA.
I saw that on your shelf. I was thinking about pulling it because it looked interesting. I heard other people talking about it too.
It's really good. Like the engine that you build, the choices that you have to put down and make your engine. So you end up playing basically a 4x4 grid of those cards, and on your turn, you pull a card from what is ultimately the central market. There's 4 options, and yeah, I really like this one. Pick it up if you can. You take a card from the market and you put it into your grid, and the grid, you have to play upper left, right? You can't have gaps. And you have to play next to something. If you play to the right of something, you're going to cover up, or you're not going to cover up anything. You're going to put it right next to the card. And if you play below something, you're going to cover up the bottom of the card. So it ends up fitting in the player board. I don't know. That's just the way it works. And where you play, you then trigger that row or column, starting with the first card that was played in that row or column. So you're always starting in you're starting in your upper or your left, depending on where you are. And then you trigger what's there. So some of them give you resources, and there's 3 resources. You see on the track there's 3 resources. Some of them give you points. Some of them have you spend a resource to give you points. Some of them want a collection of resources to give you points. So you put in, and you don't have to, there may, not must. So if you don't want to spend something to get points because something else will trigger that's better, you don't have to. But you're pulling these rewards out of this engine system based on row or column. And it's not like where you play is what you trigger. So you might trigger a 2 rather than a 3 because you need the thing to trigger the 3. Really smart design, really fun to play. You play 3 seasons. You end up playing 16 cards. At the end, the season 1, season 2, season 3, the cards get more expensive and give you better rewards as you play. Like that upper card there gives you 1 vase. Then underneath, if you trigger that column, underneath it would give you 1 vase, 1 thread, or whatever, the antiquities or whatever, 1 thread or 1 cup, whatever they are. And then underneath that, you trade a cup for 4 points. So if you run that engine, you could get the vase, the cup, and then trade the cup for 4 points. Then you get a cup for every purple card in your grid. Like they got really simple, intuitive iconography to the game, and then it's just real punchy. Like it was surprisingly fun, and I see why Grant likes it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's really good. I would try that.
Really clever. I
Sugar
mean, nothing too intuitive. Like nothing really new is happening. You plop a card and you run the engine, and you get a choice of running, left to right or top to bottom. But really fun. Really, really, really fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. Worth it. Run to your Barnes and Noble and grab it.
Is it already there?
Unfortunately, it's on clearance. It's a 2024 release from Funko
Really?
Games. So it's been out
Oh.
apparently for a while. And that's why Grant is so surprised that no one's talking about it, because it really is a sleek design.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run by and see if it's available.
There you go. Yeah, it's a good one. Worth it for sure.
Cost me money.
$12 should be all right. As much as one of your coffees that you drink anyway. So
That's true. Sure.
uh-huh.
Those coffees are insane. All right. What's
we're
your
on-
number 3?
We're on 3. 3's tough because there's definitely a 1 because I played the shit out of it.
If only these were in order, you'd already know what it was.
Only these were in order. I know, right? I really got to do better. I got to start putting them in order just for you.
You heard it.
Not gonna
All right. What's your number 3?
I think of all the games that I played, the third best game that I played was Fliptoons.
Oh, okay. Yep. That was a good
I
one.
really enjoyed Fliptoons. Fliptoons is another one of those easy to teach, easy to play. You're gonna shuffle. It's a deck builder. You don't really have too many cards you have to think about. You definitely want to cull some of the cards in your deck because they are absolute shite. But you're gonna put together a 3x2 grid. You're gonna shuffle your deck and you're gonna draw cards, and it's gonna literally go upper left to start, and you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and you score your points and you buy from the market, and however many points you can get from those 6, maybe more depending on their actions, you spend, you get a card, you can do it again. You can buy 2 things on your turn, or you can buy a thing and cull a card and it has a cost, or you can cull 2. You can do 2 actions on your turn, and then the next round you're going to shuffle your deck and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then get the points and do it again. But some of the cards, like the monkey, when you get the monkey, it slides up, so it gives you another space to put a 1, 2, 3. So if it drops on 2, you slide it up and put another 2. There's another card that goes on top of the last card that was played, so you're getting 2 out of that spot. There are cards that flip the next card that comes out, and you get points for flipped over cards. There's the crocodile, which eats the next card that comes out. So there's all these fun little things that happen as you're building your deck, and depending on what you're doing and how the cards come out, the first person to be able to trigger 30 points, 30 coins, whatever they are, will trigger the last round. You do your purchase, you shuffle your deck, you drop your cards one more time, and whoever gets the most points out of that wins. So it's not like a race to and then you end, or whoever has the most points in their deck wins. You could have a shit draw that last round, and someone who didn't trigger 30 could win. And I really like that because it wasn't deterministic. It was like, all right, let's see what I can do. Let me cull some stuff. And I really hope that crocodile doesn't come out because it's going to eat a thing. And sure enough, that fucking crocodile came out and ate a thing. But it really is quick and it's fun. And you're like, all right, do it again. Because
Yeah.
you want to learn the cards, and it's based on how the cards come out, and there is luck to it, but it's fun luck. It's not like I never want to play the game again kind of luck. Like that was just shitty. It was really surprising. I've had it. I think I picked it up at PAX. It was Gen Con, maybe PAX. And it was the first time I got to play it, and I played it a couple times. It's worth it. It's fun.
Yeah, and I like the style of it too. The cartoons are kind of like the Steamboat Willie age looking, but in color and stuff. I like it's a deck builder, but it's quick and fast and goofy and silly, and you're done with it very quickly. Like you said, you can just play it again. Yeah, it was a great game. I'd get
And
that
for
one.
a deck builder, usually deck builders, like, you buy the card. Some of them put it on top of your deck. Some of them put them in your discard, but then you don't get to the discard until you shuffle through your deck. So it's like, I just purchased this card, but I'm not going to see it for 2 rounds. And this was like, you're adding it to your thing and you're shuffling every turn. There's no like, those 6 cards are out and then you're going to add to it.
You can come out right away.
See it. It's great. It's really quick, really fun.
You're also not building this ginormous deck that you'll never see. Like, I don't know, what do you end up with? Maybe like 15 cards or something like that at the end. Like, you're gonna see those cards and get to know them pretty well throughout the game. So yeah.
And one of the things you do is you can cull. Like, you don't need it spends an action, and you got to spend 5 points to do it. But you can cull the shit that it's got to be out, and you have a bum round, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna spend 5 to get rid of this caterpillar, or I'm gonna spend 5 to get rid of the skunk. And then that's just a round where you just lost a card, which is good because you can also buy a card that's gonna be much better than that card. And there's multiple strategies in this game. There's not one way to win, and it really depends on what other people are getting and what you want to add to your deck. It's really clever.
Yeah, that's very good. Good choice again.
Thank you.
My number 3, you played with, and I think you disliked it. It was hard to tell, but I enjoyed it more than anybody else on the table, and at least from the way you talked about it, was Bohemians.
I did not like it.
Well, okay, you complained about some stuff.
I definitely complained about some stuff, but I liked it.
Okay, so Bohemians has that. It is deck builder. You draw some cards. You draw 4 cards and put them out on your little table here, like these 4 cards that they have right here. And then you tell a little story of what you're doing. Because you're Bohemian, I write to a lover, wander the streets aimlessly, rediscover yourself, and paint without stopping. And so you're making those icons connect, and those are giving you inspiration. If you play with the right color underneath here, this is the exact board I had, by the way, pink and green. You get more inspiration, and then the inspiration in what you use to buy cards or buy the winning cards kind of thing. But the fun thing about it, not only is this a fun puzzle, and you get other cards that go down to the bottom and stuff. The real fun part about it is getting these, what they call these things again? Disasters, or I can't remember what they call them. It starts with an F, maybe. I can't remember what it is. But they're horrible. Broken heart, poor hygiene. One of them, syphilis. You can get syphilis, and again, it's hilarious. And it does bad things to you, but there's ways to get rid of them. I didn't have a hard time with them. I think Peter had a pretty rough time with them because.
Were they hardships? Are they called hardships?
That's what it is. Yeah, and you get those by not going to work. So you have. I love the theme and feel of this game. You have a job. Busker is one of the jobs. I was a journalist. I think a job. We'll do that. You have a thing to make money, and what you do is, in order to not get a hardship every round, you have to replace one of these 4 cards with a job. You have to spend some time at your job. Although you might just do what this person did and just go, screw it, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to do these 4 things so I get the points to buy, but then you're going to take on hardship. So it's a great balancing act. I really enjoyed it. It felt like the same kind of play as what was it, After Us? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, with the matching of the symbols.
Except this is way better. There's story to this. There's a more theme and stuff to this. This was a lot better than After Us, and I liked After Us. So, yep, Bohemians.
Yeah, it's a good one. That mechanism's really clever. I like when that works. What I didn't understand, like my job was the beggar. So I'm
Yeah.
one of my things. If I wanted to, I'd had to pick like when to go begging. But then I was going on a date, or I was painting, or I was doing it. Like there was a disconnect between that, and then there really wasn't much of a story. You're just reading a title of the card. There are multiples of the cards, and you're like, and paint without stopping. Like what the fuck does that mean? Or what was the other one? Paint with abandon. Or you went to, what was Peter doing? He went to like a nightclub and he like practiced without abandon or something. It was, I don't know. It was whatever.
I was the one I was the painter. You were the poet, I think.
I was the beggar.
Well, your board has you as something, or your cards themselves. Like that one that we just saw. This is what you had. You had the pen. You were the poet.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I was the poet, but my job was begging, which I guess thematically.
Right. Yeah, thematically, yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, here's all the different syphilis, poor hygiene, mania, insomnia, grief. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in there.
Yeah.
Shame.
Really clever. Really clever. I like that mechanism. It made me want to play After Us again because of that connecting and the choices that you had. But I liked the cycle of the game. It was getting the muses that went on the bottom to trigger your stuff better, and figuring out if this was around not to do your job, to get that fourth one in because you had better connections and you're trying to get all those points, because the more inspiration you get, the faster you're going to get to game end. So that depending or deciding on what turn to not do the thing to get extra points to get that tile was really important. But then you had to get that out. You had to go back to figuring out how to get rid of the negative, and it's very clever.
Yeah, what I would praise them for is into keeping with the theme, which is every other game you would think my goal is to get better, get a better job, get a better place to live, blah, blah, blah. But because you're bohemians, your goal is to stay in the same place and just creatively become a better individual.
Right.
And that's what I'm showing here are the end game cards. And not the end game, but the final points. You get 4 of those to end the game and win, first person, right? And their little titles are you coming to terms with who you are as a person, basically. Right. And you're not. There's no way to get a better job. There's no way to get a raise or quit fooling around and grow up, kind of thing. You stay a bohemian, you end a bohemian in this game. And I'm really happy that they stuck with that. Yeah,
it was good.
I
liked it. I mean, I picked at it a couple times just for things, but like I want to add it. I need to pick up a copy because I enjoyed it and definitely want to play it again.
I'm going to replace After Us with this. I think. I don't think I'll play it.
Really?
Yeah, this does it better. It just does it better.
Well, that's why I want to play it again to see.
Sure. Yeah. And I do like After Us, but there's just no story to it to me. And this felt like there was story to it.
Okay.
So you've already done your 3, so I'm doing my number 2.
Correct.
So my number 2 was so good that I actually bought it and played it again when I came home. Grand Central Skyport.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I really enjoyed this game. Again, I don't know how well everybody at the table enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it enough to go out and get it. This is a fairly simple game. You get to play. There we go. Let me get to the board. There we go. So you have a board. You have airships that are on it. All you do is you play a card into your tableau, and then that card tells you how far your airship goes and picks up a card or does a specific thing there. It's a very simple mechanism, but there's a lot to it, a lot of interesting stuff. I like my second play, I liked it even more because now I knew how things kind of ran. You create this airship skyport, I think they call it. And whenever you get a new card, it has to come in from the left or right, like it's arriving at the skyport. And then it has a rule for how many spaces in it can go or how many lanes it swaps with and stuff like that. And the end of the game, how things are arranged is how you score. Really clean, fun game. The tycoons that you get at the bottom all have special ways of scoring or special abilities and stuff like that that are really fun to play with. Yeah, I thought it was really my second play. I like it even more now that I understand how it works. I still lost, but I lost both times. In fact, I think I lost all. Is that what's all these? No, I won Quirk, so that's the only one I've won out of these. Yeah, that's fine.
That's a good one.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's Andrew Bosley artwork, of course. And it's strange. I did go out and buy it, and turns out my print had an extra white one and was missing a green balloon.
Oh no.
But I contacted Chad at 25th Century, and he's hooking me up with the replacement real quick. So very
Nice.
easy to work with, guys. They're awesome.
Chad's great.
Yeah. So yeah, Grand Central Skyport. It's a beautiful game, and plays really well.
I agree. That was a good one.
Yeah, who won that one? I can't remember who won that one. Was it Die? Was it you?
Die, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. We're not guessing Dave.
No, it wasn't Dave. If anything, it was me.
Definitely
I'm
wasn't.
pretty sure it was Die.
Well, I know I didn't win either. So
It was fun. The puzzle was fun of trying to figure out the benefit of having. I forget what they were called, the tycoons or whatever they were.
The
The
tycoons at the
benefit of
bottom.
having them at each of the skyports gave you extra stars for the matching color, and it had the same thing that Bohemians had, where you're trying to match the banner on the top of the card to the skyport, and you got potentially you got victory points for it, and then you got the tycoon attached to it that would give you extra to those things. And it was a real fun puzzle because you are restricted in how many times they can move, whether they move 2 to 3 or up to 3 or 1. It was
that's
not
great.
Dave.
That's hilarious if it was Dave who won, because we all were like, no, it wasn't.
Oh my
Dave.
god! Well, they recorded
just didn't want to
everything that we
remember.
played, so they have
Yeah,
the
That's
list.
true. We just don't want it to be Dave.
No, we don't want it to be Dave. Yeah, this one's really good and it's clever, and the idea of it, how it moves and how you make the puzzle work, it's good.
I did find out, by the way, I at least scored incorrectly, because I thought you have to be attached to one of these stations to score,
Right?
but you don't.
What do you mean?
See this purple on the right here that's
Yeah.
not attached to a station? It still scores. You get 4 points for this. That star and that star is 2, and there's 2 cards. That's 4 points.
Okay, but you get the extra. It has to be attached to the port to get the extra.
To get the extra ones, like
Right.
this orange right here is getting this star and this star. So you get 3 stars times 2 cards. That's 6 points for orange, right?
Right.
But I didn't realize that if they're not attached to the starport, I want a Star Wars version of this. If they're not attached to the skyport, then I thought they didn't do that. Okay, you're right. Yeah, we're complimenting you
Yeah.
on a
Yep.
job well done. Winning that
Job
game.
well done.
But anyway, yeah, that's my number 2. I'm sticking to it.
Cool. That's a good one. I enjoyed that one too. I love the art, and Bosley's amazing. The gameplay was great.
What's your number 2?
I am going to go with a game that I mentioned earlier, and I need to find my copy and break it out and play it again. Humboldt's Great Voyage.
Humboldt's Great Voyage?
Humboldt, Bolt.
Humboldt, what?
Just type in Great Voyage. If you use my pictures that I sent you.
I'll put up your pictures. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cover, not so much.
This is my number 6.
Not so much on the cover. The guys,
Yeah.
I understand they
I like
should
that.
go. The ship coming out of the compass and the relics in the background, like all that's really good. The guy's 5 o'clock shadow and the smarmy look on their face, they don't do anything for it. But it gives you that the five tribes feel without 17 things to look at and think about on your turn. You have the same thing where you're picking up a spot and you're going to follow the arrows and you're going to drop the things in the spots, and you want them to match. Hey, you want them to match because you get crates based on the color matching system that's happening in there. And then everybody else then gets to follow your action by picking one of the things from where you went in the track that you went. That's the thing I don't understand, why you're putting what was said earlier. Why are you putting the guys in the barrels? It doesn't make sense. I don't understand that at all. But the way the game works and the puzzle of figuring out where you're going to go, what system you can use to get the crates you need to satisfy your shipping crates, your what are they called?
Some kind of orders. Yeah, contract.
Yeah, whatever the contracts were. You're trying to figure out how you're going to get your things, the crates to be in the right spot. Then on not your turn, when you're following, you're taking the gears, those round circle things, to put into the crates to ship them off. There's a really fun puzzle to that isn't as pain-inducing as Five Tribes, playing with someone who's trying to figure out the best move in Five Tribes and looking at every square. Well, if I move it over here and end with that one, I can do the assassin action. And if I move this, but I can move this one. It's got that same feel, that same crunchiness, but without all of the crunchiness. But really, like, surprisingly, I want to play it more. I definitely under the radar. Again, 10 years old. But man, really good.
Yeah, I agree. It's got the Five Tribes feel without the AP that goes along with trying to figure out what you're going to do. Because in Five Tribes, you've got so many options. And here you can see from one spot, I can leave here and that's it. I have to go this direction. Now, after this, I could go this direction. I could go here or I could go this way. But it's a lot less decision-making than I have 16 different ways to go from this,
Right.
Different ways.
And you're limited too. Like you have contracts you're trying to fill, so you need whatever green crates, right? So you're looking at the board, making sure you can get those green crates you need. So part of the board, I don't need the brown, I don't need the yellow, I need to get the green. So you're focused on the green, and then the follow action is even more limiting, because all of the other players can only select from the route that you took and take a thing from the circles that have 4 or more bits in it. So that's limiting. So they're not thinking about too much stuff either. Like it's not on rails. You have a lot of choice in the game, but it's not as pain-inducing sitting there waiting for the person to take their turn and make their route.
There's also the fact, like you mentioned, that when someone goes, everybody gets something from it, usually. And so you're invested in watching that turn and being part of it, and you're not waiting forever 20 minutes to get to your turn because people are taking forever trying to figure out what to do. So, and I love Five Tribes. I'll play it every time, So, and I wouldn't replace Five Tribes with this or vice versa. I would just have them both because I think they have different enough feel while having that same Mancala thing.
Mancala, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, great pick. That's my number 6. So.
It's a good one.
All right. We're down to your favorite, your number 1.
By far, the game I played the most at the show is GOT5.
Really? That's your number 1?
Yep. I love it. And I'm not good at it at all. I think I lost every time I played the game. I think I missed by 1 or 2 numbers. But we found out during the show that Critter Kitchen got the Mensa, one of the Mensa awards that was given out. And in looking at that list, I recognized Things and Rings and Critter Kitchen. And I had never heard of GOT5. And then that afternoon, I go downstairs, and Corey Thompson pulls me to a table and says, "You need to play this game." And I loved it. Immediately loved it. I'm like, I need to get a copy. And then I realized when I was talking to somebody else that it also got the Mensa. So I was like, oh, that's GOT5. I never heard of it before. It's blue-orange. For those that watch the show, I love blue-orange. They almost never let me down. So I was excited about that. The designer was there, so I got to go talk to the designer of the game. It's the same designer that did Turing Machine, that did the Chronologic series. So it's got a lot of deduction in the game, a lot of deduction in the game. It's a deducting game. You got to get the 5. So you're deducing what your 5 are, and you can't see the numbers in front of you, but you see everybody else's numbers, and there's a pool in the center of 5 more that you get to pull from. And on your turn, once you cross off all the stuff that you can see, you can deduce a little bit of, because on your board they go from least to highest. So you can deduce if the orange is first and the red is next, that there's no way the orange could be a thing, right? So you cross off a whole bunch of stuff, and then on your turn, you flip one of the Pac-Man looking things. That's going to reveal a number for everybody. And then you're going to ask for a clue in 2 different ways. You can ask where it goes in your line. So is it, if you flip over an orange and like there, it's got a 30 or a 50, you can ask where it goes in the line, and then you have to be truthful. And then you'll put it into one of the slots of where it goes in your line of 5 colors, which should give you some information, because if it's put on the high end, then you know all the other stuff can't be higher than it. Or there's a fantastic pip system where you can ask if the pips match, and every line has, I think, 4 of each pip. There's 1s, 2s, and 3s, and then you ask, do these pips match? So if you took that 50 and it's got a 1 pip, you can put it up against your red if you're looking for specific information, and say, do these pips match? And they have to tell you if they match or not. If they do, then you know your red is a 1 pip, so you can cross off everything else. Or if they don't match, you know your red is not a 1 pip. So it's super clever in how you're trying to get your clues, but you want to do it quicker than everybody else, and you can call Got5 at any point. So on someone else's turn, while they're figuring out some shit, you can do some more deduction and be like, oh, I think I got it, or I'm 50-50 on one. And then when your turn comes around, you can flip one, or on somebody else's turn, you can say you got it. And then if you get it, great, you win. If you don't, everyone else gets to continue. But really easy to get into. It's one of those games that, like, you teach and play the first round immediately. So there's the learning curve, the teach of this is super quick, super accessible. And I'm not good at it. I'm absolutely not good at it, but I really love it. I love this game.
The question Craig's asking is, how's it different from the Bomb Busters? Bomb Busters is a cooperative. This is a competitive game. That's a major difference. But like Mike was saying, and how Di said, I wouldn't call Bomb Busters fiddly, really. There is more to it. When you compare it to this, it feels fiddly, because this is so much more streamlined.
For sure. You don't have the wires you got to worry about. You don't have the actions that, did we unlock the action yet? Did we not unlock the action? Did we use the action yet? Do you want to use the action yet? It's got that same feel with the what's connected, where your numbers are, where it can be in the line, but way less. There's so much more you have to teach in Bomb Buster than you have to teach in this one.
Nice. Yeah.
And yes, I am very bad at it. Thank you, Derek. I am not good at it.
This is my number 7. I only played it once. I would play it more. I just kind of got to it late in the whole con, but yeah.
Oh, see, I feel good. Then, thank you, Scott.
Yeah, I would have won. I had a 50-50, and it was because I accidentally marked off something, moved away, and went, wait, what was that? And didn't know which one I just marked off. And I went, maybe it was this, and I was wrong. And that's what went me down the wrong path. But
yeah.
Does anyone even introduce Hanabi? No, because for me, if I want to do Hanabi, there's a Sherlock Holmes game that does it slightly better. I think. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's a small box. I have it, but I haven't played it in a while. But there's other games that do it well. I think Hanabi it's a little fiddly there.
Hanabi is one of the games that's played late night. There's Tim, who runs Dice Tower West, and I think Eos was playing with him most of the nights. Hanabi is played almost, if not every night, at the con, and it's one that new players are playing, but it's consistently on the table when it's 4 a.m. and we're rocking off Can't Stop or Tumbling Dice. there's typically somebody playing it. Last night I was last night, Saturday night I was packing up the car. There's no one in the ballroom, but Tim and Aos and a table were outside. I think with what's his name from RPG Geek? Adam.
No one.
Koonsmiller. Koonsmiller? Is it Koonsmiller? They were at a table in the front lobby playing Hanabi, 4-player Hanabi. No one else is in the ballroom. I'm packing up the car. They were playing the last game of Hanabi. It's still played. It's still taught. It's a popular one.
I feel like Hanabi is to this kind of thing where everybody can see my cards, but nobody else can, as like Dominion is to deck building. Like there are better versions of deck building than Dominion now because it was the beginning, but Dominion will always stay on my shelf because sometimes you want to go back to the basic root version of it. So Hanabi's always on my shelf too, but I think there are better versions of it since then. But yeah, Baker Street, I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. Yeah, I really like this one too. I saw I won't say who, but I saw someone give a quick review of this and call it a kids version of this kind of thing, which I call bullshit on. It's just because it looks cute. They call it that way. This has a real game feel. Don't buy it for your kids. Buy it for your adult game table. Don't let them know that. They don't know what they're talking about.
The deduction is real. Like trying to figure out what's less than the others, the way the colors are set up, and then you have the clue giving, which is where it fits, or the pips. Like that gives it that gamery element where it's not kids can play it. I don't want to say it. Kids can't play it. It's definitely not a kid's game. It's not a kid's version of it. It's solid.
Hey, look at that! I put up one of your pictures.
Oh, look at you! You're so thank you.
It looks just like one out of BGG. All right, my number one. You could probably guess what my number one is. Probably not.
Is it Whisperwood? It's Whisperwood, isn't it?
I did actually play Whisperwood there, but I'm not counting that one. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be surprisingly a cooperative game.
I don't know who I was playing with. Was that Derek? A cooperative? Oh yeah, this was close. I'm
surprised it wasn't on your list. I was sure you're going to step on my toes on this one. Fate of the Fellowship. I mean, enough people are talking about how great it is, but it is. I hate Pandemic. I don't like it. I don't care. I don't care if that's like sacrilege to say. I think Pandemic is so boring. And it's just a one-player game and blah, blah, blah. It's not my cup of tea. This doesn't feel like Pandemic. It's based off that kind of structure, but they've soaked this thing so thoroughly with theme. You really feel like you're in the story and that you're doing this stuff. And I played it twice at Dice Tower West. Did we play it twice?
No,
we talked about playing a second time, but yeah. I played it third time there. And lost, right? Yeah. So I've lost all 3 times, and I love this game. I want to win at some point. But yeah, the whole. I mean, I also really enjoy the fact that I'm starting to learn this map, and it makes me appreciate like where things are and what people are doing during the game itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the idea, like you played Frodo and Sam, right? And I played Merry and Pippin, and we didn't need to, but we stuck together and we went to Rivendell, and then we got stuck in Rivendell, and all the Nazgul were around us. And at the same time, we were having a big fight down there by Mordor. Like we were in the actual story. Every time I play, it was great.
Yep.
Yeah. This was great.
Yeah, I would put it up. I probably 6 or 7. I played it before. It's just what I love about the game is that you're running 2 characters. If you weren't running 2 characters and we played that game and you and I were stuck in Rivendell the whole fucking game, it's useless. So having the 2 characters and then the choice of one, you're doing 5 actions. 1 action is with one character and 4 actions is with another. It gets you out of that stuck feeling of like, I can't do anything because there's too many people or there's too many Nazgul or whatever. And then you get to like, all right, I'm going to do one thing and I'm going to muster, or one thing and I'm going to get a token, and then I'm going to do 4 actions where it matters, where I have to do something and can get around. Or it gives you that release valve of being stuck without the feel bads of being stuck, which I really like. And the story is great. I love it. It comes down to dice rolls sometimes. You're not really punished too much when the fighting happens. It's forgiving in a way. It's really good. Yeah. He's eating the Nazgul. So that's a little raptor toy from Happy Little Dinosaurs, and Luca and Mika have one, and I have one, and I took mine on my quest last week, and I took pictures of it in every game that I played. Weird. It looked weird sometimes, but yeah, he joined us for the game, and he ate a couple Nazgul for us. So.
Why is it so pricey? Because I think it's out of print right now. People are charging too much for it. It does have a good amount of pieces.
It just got restocked.
Yeah. It does have a lot of good pieces to it. It's got 9 Nazgul miniatures and plastic stands. It's got wooden bits for all the different people. Like, there's a good, you feel like you get your money's worth out of that box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, some of the best games are pricey. Or some of the best games to come are pricey.
It's also super replayable too. Like if you break down how many times you're going to play that game, even though it's a one shot, like it's not campaign, it's not scenario based, but the characters, you play multiple characters, it's going to feel different because you can do different things. And then you have the multiple combinations of characters where you're playing like Frodo and Sam and Gandalf, but then you're playing Frodo and Sam and Arwen. Like it's going to feel different because you can do different things on your turn. Sometimes you have to because, Sam and Frodo and Merry and Pippin are fucking high in Rivendell and not moving. So you got to do something else with the other character. And the other character is going to feel different if you're Gandalf or if you're Aragorn or whatever. It's good.
And you can learn strategies, but that doesn't help you because at the beginning of the game, I said 2 things we need to make sure we do. Frodo needs to keep moving. And we need to make sure not to lose this spot right here. What was this called again? Harak something. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah. And of course, immediately we get stuck in Rivendell, can't move, and then we lose this spot. I was like, yeah, well.
Yep. We had all intents to get out.
Oh, yeah.
It did not work.
Yeah. But yeah, great game. Really enjoyed it.
It does play up to 5. It plays 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if it would be better at 5.
Well, I would even say that I wouldn't mind it at 5 because the turns are pretty quick. You get 5 actions, but they're like, I put these 3 tokens out. There's 3 actions. I move here. That's an action. And then this guy over here, he gets a card. That's an action. Like, done. Moving along. So
I think I would play it. I would play it with 5 if some people were experienced in the game already, because Golem as a character can be a little wonky and not necessarily like you got to know how to play that character. It's not as straightforward as go somewhere and get an item or go somewhere and do a thing. I think he's got a little bit more to him that makes him more advanced of a character to play. So if you're playing with a bunch of rookies, that could tank the game and make it feel bad.
I haven't played with Golem yet, so yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's good.
There's a lot of different characters, so.
Good night, Nix. Thanks for joining.
But yeah, that's my number 1.
Good game.
So, you do have a lot of pictures for us to look at, lots of other games and stuff. I have, honorable mentions. I'm sure you do too.
I do.
One of my honorable mentions, like I said, 6 and 7, Great Voyage was 6, Get 5 was 7. You already covered those. I really liked Ofrenda. Did you play Ofrenda?
That was one I didn't get to, no.
Okay. So Ofrenda, it's kind of, the theme is kind of like Coco or Encanto a little bit. Like it kind of has that Day of the Dead kind of theme. but it's really about building a tableau and having cards next to other cards that trigger them and that kind of thing. So if you like that kind of build your tableau, try to get the right ones next to the other ones puzzle, it was a really good one. You get little puzzles and stuff like that in between. What was it called? Yeah, I want to pull it up just to show the. Yeah, that's what it is. So it looks like this. Yep. You could see the Encanto kind of vibe for it, or Coco, either one. But yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I heard Dave and I love it, I think.
Yeah. I got destroyed at it because I kept getting the concepts of scoring mixed up in my own head. But another one was Insider, which I thought just such a clean little game. Mm-hmm. It's basically 20 questions with a trader. That's it.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Did you not play this one with us?
I did not.
Okay. Yeah. So this one, basically, somebody knows the answer. So they're I forget what it's called, builder or master or something like that. So I look at a card and go, okay, it's horse. And then I say, everybody close your eyes, including me. I close my eyes. Then I say, insider, open your eyes, and I show the card, and I don't know who the insider is. Then they close their eyes. I hide the card, and everybody goes there, opens their eyes, and then everybody can just start throwing questions at me. You get as many questions as you want, but there's a timer. We're trying to get the answer done. The insider knows what it is, but they don't want to get caught as the insider. So at the end of the game, whenever someone guesses it correctly, you have to then, everybody decides, are we going to vote that person that guessed it is the insider or not? If they say, no, they're not the insider and they're not the insider, then they all get to vote on who they think the insider really is. If they pick that insider, the insider's out, everybody won. If they miss the insider is the only one that won. So, it's like the witness, or there's several versions of that kind of helper kind of thing, but you don't want to get caught as the helper. It's great little change to the 20 question thing. I liked it.
That's one of those Oink games, right? The small box.
Yeah, it's a tiny one. I'm gonna get it next time I see it. And I also had Flip Tunes on there, and you already covered that. So
Flip Tunes is great.
What else did you have? Oh, I actually really like this one. I forgot about this one, but you showed me this one. Not Alone?
Yeah.
You've talked about this quite a bit on the show. It's on your list, many of your lists. So I was happy to finally get to play it. Did we win? No, you killed us, didn't you? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I love it. It's a one versus all. I've only ever played it as the alien. Catching the people that have crashed unwelcomely on my planet.
That's
but everyone else, like, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and the idea, it's got that play a card from your hand and you don't get that card back until you rest action. So by playing a card, it's face up, and now I know what you have because everyone has the same deck to start. So I know what you have in your hand, or I can guess what you have in your hand, and I can look at everybody else, and then on my turn, there are cards that can add to it, but on my turn, I'm going to go to one of the locations that you guys are going to. And if I catch you, you lose a cube. You have to reset. My track is going up while you're trying to escape. But then you can add cards to your hand. And there are cards that let you, like, drop 2 and then play 1 so you can see where I went, then figure out where you want to. So there's a lot of, like, back and forth in the game. And I love it. I think the game's great.
Despite the fact that you won.
I think it was one of the only games I won the entire time. Yeah.
That was a good one.
I love games. I'm not good at them. I love games. I love playing games.
Symbiosis was good.
Symbiosis is fantastic. We played Skyjo too. Wes showed us Skyjo, and it plays similarly, but I think it overstays a little bit longer. Symbiosis is you got a 4x2 grid. You're going to start by flipping over a card. The cards have points on them, ways to get points. And they're either straight up points, or you're going to get points for however many frogs are in your grid, or how many dragonflies, or how many snails, and the 4 in the center count for you, whatever is going on in your tableau. The 2 on the right will trigger points for the player on your right's tableau, and the 2 on the left will trigger points for the player on your left. So you're looking at what they have, how many colors they have, and on your turn, you're gonna you add to your thing. What's the pink box? That's interesting. Yeah, you just like that thing. The upper right card is just a straight 5 points, but the upper left card is going to give that player 2 points for every dragonfly on their left neighbor's tableau. But that frog and the second one from the right with the orange background, that's going to give me 2 points for every pink in my tableau. So those 4 center ones are yours, and the 2 outer ones on either side are attacking or getting points from your neighbors. Really clean, really quick. Definitely worth looking into or picking up. It's a good one.
Fuji
Flush
Flush.
is great.
Yeah,
I liked it.
fun.
Yeah.
I think we played this right after Symbiosis, right?
Yeah, and I think there's something with Fuji Flush. There's a learning curve to Fuji Flush because of the way the cards stack as you play. It's not necessarily intuitive, and there are a lot of questions on how the combos work. Like, well, if this and this are the same, then they add up. But if the next one is that added up number, it doesn't add up. But if it's the number used to add up, it does add up. And you're like, wait, what? Like, if I drop a 2 and Chris drops a 2, then technically our strength is a 4. But if you drop a 4, you don't get to add with the 4. You'd have to drop a 2 to make it a 6. Like, it's a little bit of a like, wait, hold on. And then you play through it and you get it. But between the two, Symbiosis is definitely much better. Bloody Inn's great.
We played this crappy game. It's fine.
Game's fantastic.
Can't believe you didn't put it on your top 5 then. Can't believe you didn't put it on your top 5 then.
No, why? I mean, I talk about that game every other chance I get.
Yeah, it should be in your legacy.
I don't do a legacy because you don't even follow your own legacy rules.
I do.
No,
there's only 3 games in there.
No,
what do you think of this one in Merchants of Andromeda? Did you play that one?
I really liked it. It's just way too busy. Like, there's just way too much happening in the art on that thing, and like, I don't know. I liked what it was doing. It was a little too long, and there was just way too much happening on the boards. It was just it's intuitive with the way the icons trigger what's scoring and what's going on, like where you're focused, but there's so much to do, and it's very busy. Very busy.
Yeah, I think the art actually did this game a disservice. I think with cleaner design, graphic design, and cleaner artwork behind it, or off to the side or something, it would have sung a lot better. I even noted while we were playing that it kind of has the Formaggio thing going on, where there's 4 different places to play on, and every round you can only play in one of those places, and so you're trying to do better in some of those other spots and stuff. It just doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel as clean as Formaggio because of the graphic design, and it could have used just a little bit more dev, a little bit less art all over the place. Just like it was like somebody threw a whole pizza against a wall and something. It was just everything there. You couldn't see anything. But concept wise, it was good. I think it could be there. But
agreed.
I didn't play this one.
That needs another play. I enjoyed it. I need to play it again before it's all lost. Yeah, there's a little bit of deduction to it. There's a little bit of the way the mechanisms work in the thing and the tracks you get. It's clever. I need to play it again. It was one of the. Can you zoom in on? I think that was my character. Can you zoom in on that character?
I can. I know why.
Yeah, so all those tracks up there, when you go up the tracks and unlock stuff, which I really do enjoy. And I was teaching, before this game happened, I was teaching Concrete Canvas on the table behind that table. And Dave and Di were like, you want to play this game? Which they had, on the way, stopped at Millennium. You're going to a 10-day convention with infinite games to play. And the one thing we did on the way was stop at Millennium Games, which why would you have to do? But this game came out of it, which is fantastic. So I want to play it because we had talked about it, and they set it up randomly with these characters, and we're playing with you. No, it wasn't you. Who the hell were we playing with? It wasn't Brett. It wasn't West. I mean, it might have been West. Anyway, Ryan Bruns. So Dave and Di, they randomized the characters. Dave and Di are sitting there. Ryan joins the seat. There's 2 open seats. He happens to sit at one of them, and there's the one that I sit at. And this is played on Friday. Friday was my dad's birthday, the 17th, last Friday, 2 Fridays ago. So the convention started on April 17th, and we're sitting down and playing this game on April 17th. And I just sat down randomly at this character at that seat that was open for me, that was randomly distributed to everybody at the table. And I realized that they have a little story, but they had a birthday, that the characters all had a birthday. And if you zoom in on the birthday was July 14th, which is the opposite of 417, right? It's 714. And that happens to be the day that my dad died. So I'm playing a game on my dad's birthday with a character who was born on the day my dad died. Like, that's how the game, the convention started off. It was really weird, like, holy shit kind of moment. Like, what's going on? So that happened.
Strange enough.
Huh?
And then strangely enough, 0714 is my dad's birthday.
No shit.
Yeah, I told you that later that I think.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Yeah, you when you told me the story, yeah.
Yeah.
So weird.
That's right. yeah. That's how basically the convention started. I mean, we played something Thursday night, but that was Friday, so that happened. So I'm already like, this is just wild. And then we played the game, and it's got really cool mechanisms in it. I like the way that things work. I did not play well, as you probably have guessed. There are things I would absolutely do differently now, knowing how the game works. But the mechanisms that happen around that board and how you move and how you gather information to try and figure out who the suspects could be. It's clever. The suspects, yeah. It's very clever game. And also, there's a dice mechanism, which is really cool. I think the standout of this one, the tracks that go up and you get some stuff is fun. The movement and getting information is fun. But the dice system, there's white, there's gray, there's black, and then there's your color die. And there's multiple of each of the others, but only one of your color. So I forgot what I was playing. Yellow, maybe blue. I don't remember. That calendar is actually a cool mechanism too. But on your turn, you're going to select one of the dice and you're going to do that action. And the pips matter, but the color, like, you can only pick one of each color. So if you pick the white die because of the pips, because that's the action you want to do, you can no longer pick a white die that round. So then you got to pick a gray or black or your color. And your color can't get picked by somebody else. So you're sitting on that pip value for whenever you want to use it. But you can only pick one white die, one gray die, and one black die per round. And those are the actions you can do. And there's some mitigation where you spend some stuff to up at a pip or down at a pip. But that mechanism was really clever and stood out a lot for me.
Very cool. This was a fun game. Finally got to experience that. You've talked about it quite a bit.
Yep.
Did we win
once
that
we started
one?
playing it correctly, we housed it pretty handily.
Yeah, we won it. We did. Now we did have to with an asterisk because we were playing wrong. That was making it harder. So we adjusted some stuff once we found out the rule. Who knows if we adjusted just right? Wes says we overcorrected or undercorrected. I think we overcorrected. I don't know. Who knows? But the Reckoners, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, another one with the dice mechanism where Yahtzee style, you're rolling your dice. You must select one. You can keep as many as you want, but you must select one. And then you re-roll, and then you must select one. And then that third roll, you keep everything. So depending on how things go for you in the game, you're like, every character has a die that's their color dice is better at a certain thing. So my character was the money generator. Depending on what we wanted to do I want to sit on the money dice that give me extra, or do I want to re-roll them into, holy shit, we gotta take out some barriers, or we gotta beat this, we gotta search or research or whatever. But that dice mechanism is really fun, and then you get to add equipment to your character to make them stronger and to turn things into better things. It's co-op, and it's really, I don't know the IP. I didn't know the IP when I played it. It's just unbelievably.
It's basically
pretty.
The Boys. Yeah.
Right.
Or The Boys
Every
is basically
enhanced
that,
is
but
a baddie, and you're trying to research what
Yeah.
can affect them. But the production level of this game is through the
I
roof.
think this question was about Suds and Malone.
Yeah, the last game was called Suds and Malone.
Yeah.
It just came out. It was on Kickstarter. The art's great. It's got that kind of film noir vibe to the old Investigators, but it's all animal based. Really good.
Yeah. You played whatever this is. I don't know.
Yeah, that one. I taught that a couple times.
Yeah, I saw that.
I still love it. It's still fantastic.
Flamecraft Duels. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so simple and so approachable, and it's just so much. The puzzle of it is so much fun to trigger the dragon, to make your patterns happen, and how are you going to make them? You're trying to get them both every turn, but you want to at least get one, and then when somebody else moves some stuff either out of your way or in your way, there you go, out of your way or in your way. I saw Manny was in Mexico at some convention signing and stuff, and had that shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the puzzle. It's cute in the art, but it really is. It's very thinky, and it's so clever. It's so well done.
Let's see. Oh, Hadara was actually a really good game.
Yeah,
That'd be on
was
my.
very good too.
That'd probably be after Fliptoons. Actually, I did enjoy that one. Had it's like Seven Wonders with a new step level to, or maybe a couple steps even, depending on your thoughts. But yeah, has a good feeling to it. It's not a card drafting game, but it kind of is. Just not the way the Seven Wonders is.
Yeah,
but yeah, really good. I think I did well on that. I don't think I won, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did not. Yeah, it was a good one.
Let's see. I think Dave won that one.
What about Cursed Court? Did you play Cursed Court with us?
That was the first game I played when I got there.
What'd you think of that one? There's a couple pictures of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them, actually. You're jumping ahead on the pictures I got here.
Oh, it was right after Fuji Flush.
What? They're not in order.
Oh. I mean, I sent them to you in order.
Yeah, but they get in order of name. Like, I'm not in control of what your phone names things.
Weird. Okay. Oh wait.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see the picture of it. It's gone forever. What is this game?
Solar Gardens by Darrington Press.
Okay, I haven't played that one.
Did we show you Downtown Farmers Market?
Yes, but I don't remember much about it.
So you're given 4 scoring cards, or tokens, tiles, and you choose which side you want, and you run them off the top. And then you get 4 more, and you choose what side, and you run them off the left. And then on your turn, you draft a tile and put it into your grid, and you're trying to score columns and rows. Columns want most eggs, or they want a combination of 2 and 3 of something. This has the same feel as Downtown Farmers Market, but you're scoring solar points from top down. You're scoring wind points from left to right, and you're putting in solar panels and the wind generator. What are the fans? The big giant fans that people hate. The wind turbines. Turbines. So you're putting them in there, but they have a set collection thing to it with animals, and they have these gardens that you need water, and you get points like almost like a Carcassonne kind of thing with the points in the like on the bottom there where the water is. But on your turn, you depending on who your first player is, you draw a tile from a stack for the round, and if you're first player, you can pass on it, and then draw a new one, and then pass on that, and you have until the last one to have to place in your board. And then depending on the number of times you pass, the last player for that round can only pass once. Like you have one shot at like, oh, maybe I'll get something better, and then it's not better, and you got something worse. But that mechanism is kind of cool. And you're just playing the tiles into the grid. 16 tiles, and then you score solar and wind and set collections. Really easy to get into. Fun game.
Hey, look what I found.
There it is. So that was us 1, 2, 3. Point at who you think the traitor is. And Peter's pointing at himself.
Brett and you both went for Dave.
You're gonna tell him all what I told him earlier?
I wasn't listening to you earlier.
Right.
I think
Okay.
it looks like Di is pointing at me, but she's like reaching around to point towards Peter. She's always right. I should always listen to Di when it comes to these traitor things. She always knows who the bad guy is. But yeah, that was fun.
That was good.
This was a cool one. Little pina colada dice.
Yeah, pina colada ice. Yeah, it's poker meets Yahtzee. I mean, it's the same kind of thing, but the shadows. The grid are coasters, like drink coasters, and on your turn, you're rolling your dice, trying to satisfy one of those things. You want all of them to be equal to or less than 9. You want them all to be even. You want them to be full house. You want them to be a straight. And then depending on what you get, you put your token out there and you score points. If whatever right there on the bottom there, you get 2 if you're the first person and 1 if not. But whoever gets 20 points first triggers endgame, and whoever has the most points wins, unless you get 4 in a row. If you can get 4 in a row, it's an insta win. So there's a little bit of, we got to team together because we can't let Chris get that tile. So you have to re-roll and try and get 4 of a kind because he'll win. But really quick, really fun. Again, easy to teach. You're playing round 1 as you're teaching the game. Really good.
Yeah, it was good. Otis was a weird one, but I liked it.
Yeah.
It was a little fiddly, but I liked what it was doing.
Yep, I agree with you.
I think there's probably a next version of this to come from the designer, maybe, or something like that. Like that will be just a little bit sharper and tighter. I bet it feels like that, right? Feels like this is the first version of the game that someday there'll be a second version.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I liked what it was doing. It was clever.
Here's my least favorite game we played. Sorry, Jamie. Origin story. I did not have a fun time with this one. And the other people at the table did, right? Was it just you, me, and West?
Yeah, I think it was just the 3 of us.
Yeah, just the 3 of us. This was my least favorite experience, and I the reason why is because I played spades for a number of years. I really enjoy that puzzle of trick taking and how it works and stuff. And this takes all the rules out of trick taking so that you can't play a real trick taking game, in my opinion. And then slaps on new rules whenever you get powers. But the problem is that you have like 10 powers over there, and I've got 10 powers, and he's got 10 powers, and I don't know which ones you have activated and that. But so it feels just like a random fest of, guess I'll play this because I have this power. Oh, you have a power to cancel it? Okay. That kind of feel. It just didn't work for me. When it comes to trick-taking games, to me, the fun of it is being able to figure out, if I play this, they'll have to play this and this and this and this. And you can't do that kind of puzzling whenever there's just random powers being able to be activated and all that stuff. So didn't work out for me, but other people are really enjoying it, and I'm happy for them to have a game that they enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm not a trick taker fan, so I look for something different in trick takers to stand out, like Cat in a Box, and how all the cards are all the cards and none of the cards at the same time. And then you got that little area control thing that's happening up there, which you kind of can control, but you really can't. I like what this one was doing. I like that it adds that hero-villain mechanism based on your hand. I like that it adds the powers and that you're telling a story, like you're growing your power, and then it's got that reveal of who your superpower is, like who you became. And my only hit on this one was the events. Like there's a decent stack of event cards in that game. And at round 3, you reveal one. And the one we revealed was very much the worst one in the game. Like it was
it wasn't, because that event turned off everyone's powers and finally turned it into a trick-taking game. It was the only the only round I scored. Because I was like, oh, we're actually playing a trick-taking game this round. Cool.
Right.
And then it
But
went
it-
away, and everybody else was random fasting.
It takes away everything that the game adds that I liked. Like you're building you're
Sure.
putting in these powers that you're powering up with your stamina, and then round 3 it takes an entire round away from what the game is built on. And it was like I'd probably remove that game in a shuffle moving forward because it just doesn't it doesn't add anything to that being an event. It removes everything. Like
That's
I guess
fair
that's good because
yeah,
like you didn't like it, but I just it took away what I enjoyed in the game, and I was like, oh,
that's fair. The
because that
things that
round
you
you
love in
had
the
a really
game,
good hand and I had a shitty hand because of the luck of the draw, and for one round, like I didn't score anything because I didn't have any of my powers, and it was just a straight trick taker, and I didn't have the good cards. There was no like that. If you added multiple events into the game, which you don't want to do because it would make it longer. Like I think it's a perfect length being 5 rounds. You add more events, then it kind of more forgiving because then you have something cool happen and then you have the dud, and then the people that like the dud were fine. But for that one event to come out in the game, I wish there were more, and I don't know how. I don't think it would. Unfortunately, I don't think it would make it better in this game if more events came out. I think it's structured properly to have the one, but that one was just like, not that one. It's like the person you don't want to come over for dinner at a family event. You're like, oh, they're here.
and I really like that person, and everybody else sucks. So
Sure, yeah.
that's how I felt at that dinner. Oh yeah, to answer this, I have seen this happen. I also played a game once where there were 2 traders. I was one of them, and the other person was so bad at being a trader that I ousted them as a trader to get everybody else behind me, and then I won as the trader doing that. But they were so bad at it that it was just so obvious that they were the trader that I had to do it anyway. So yeah, I betrayed the trader. It's good.
I think Peter, if you're still listening, you missed just now. We showed the Shadows game where we took the 1, 2, 3 picture and we pointed at who the trader was, and you were pointing at yourself.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great.
Yep, there's Cork. I already talked about that. That was my number 5. Oh, you've played this one before. I played it with you, Sausage Sizzle.
It's still great. It's still a great game. Yeah.
I did not enjoy Coming of Age. I don't think we finished it. To be fair,
we played like a round and a half. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning.
No, it was like 3 rounds, I think.
Maybe
3 or 4 rounds out of 9, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And to be fair, we didn't finish it. Maybe it comes around on its own at the end, all that stuff. I felt it was a little. There was some botched graphic design that was kind of throwing us off throughout the whole game. But
Correct.
I also just felt like it was a little too mechanical and not enough story to it in the way that it played, in my opinion. But some people are really liking it, so you played this without me, so I don't know how that was. How was it? I like the art.
I really liked it. You have cards in your hand, and they're face down. The way that you play them, they're basically face down. You flip one over, something like that, and then on your turn, you can play a card to your tableau, but you have to flip another card over. So you're bringing information, and the colors match those outposts I was telling you about before. The outposts, some of them, you give the first player, or you break ties, or something like that, and they all have like a strength to it, and you're getting points based on like what you control. And then the cards have numbers on them for their suit ultimately. So there's a red warrior that's 2. There's a red hero that's 3. So if you have them together, that's 5. But then you got the Jarl that gives a point to everybody on their left and their right. So is the Jarl face down? Is that really a 4? Then you play it and you reveal it, and now you have more strength. Like it's really it's sleek. It's simple, but really fun.
How was this?
This was fun. Have you played this?
No, I've heard good stuff.
It is fucking chaos. It is absolutely appropriately named. It is a deck builder, and it does what deck builders do, but there are these robots that go nuts and start killing everybody, and the game ends. The game trigger is when someone loses their population, and you have a stack of population chips that you get, and on your turn you're doing some actions, And if the population chips go down, you have to start losing your buildings, which have population in them as well. And
Wow.
as soon as someone's out of population, the game ends. And it is shuffle, add more, shuffle, add more. Like it is brutal. But it
Is it
doesn't.
cooperative?
It's quick. No cooperative. No, it's competitive.
Okay. Huh.
But it's
Okay.
quick in what it does. Like it punches you hard, and you don't feel like there's some control over what you do and how you add to the cards and when you got to get your stuff in, but your actions are open. You get to do a couple different things that'll help. You would love it because you got to feed your workers or you lose points, but you farm and get more apples to feed them. Like that's one of your actions. And there are other things that can trigger into it, like an engine. But man, it kicks you hard, really hard. But it's fun. It's not like a long, overdrawn, holy crap, I'm getting destroyed. It's just a quick, and it ramps up fast, and you know it's coming, and there's nothing you can do about it, and then it's over, and you want to do it again. Yeah.
Very cool. Any other games you can think of that you want to pop out? I mean, I see some of these, what we've talked about, Can't Stop and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip Tunes.
That was on your list.
Humboldt's thing. Familiar Find was good.
I thought it was okay. It felt like the kind of game that I could build a game off of. You know what I mean? Like, and it would inspire me to make just like my version of kind of thing.
Yeah.
This one, Familiar Find.
Yeah, I like that one. I thought it was good. I'd play it again. It wasn't necessarily a standout.
Why?
It's so good. Looking through, a lot of them are the pictures, like the memories. Like I love the games, but the picture of you, me, and Peter with the sunset at the Griffin, and the picture of you and I with the welcome banner, and the pictures from dinner, and like all of the Dave with his cheesy smile picking up Ryan. Like those are the memories that come from these things are really the things that stand out for me. But I think they're like the kids got to hang out with Daryl again because the kids came in for the weekend. So that was really cool to have that happen. And then taking the kids to the aquarium was great because they got to go to the aquarium with grandma and we spent some time there. Yeah, like that's amazing. That's such a good picture.
Yeah, well, I turned off the banner now. We'll talk a little bit about more people that we've been hanging out with, and some of them still in chat here.
Night Zero. That was Night Zero.
Yep.
That was the first night at the Mexican play. Dave and Di and Jacob. That just these are the things that are just playing. If anyone has an opportunity to play Tumbling Dice with Evan, I promise you will have a good time. You will not be the same at the end of that game at all.
Insane.
Oh, so much fun.
His moves on that game is ridiculous.
They are epic. For sure.
What in the world? Oh, right. Those don't act as weird. Okay, I can't use those. Some of these are not... Is that open? There we go. How weird. Some of these I can't upload for whatever reason.
Oh, weird.
They're the ones that came from mine. Or not mine, but your phone. I don't know why you have the foggy... You just like the foggy...
When I first got there, it was so... Like, the weather was changing. That's the casino across the street. You can hardly see the building. It was so foggy.
Lots of meals at the Griffin.
Yep. One of my favorite places because of that. Like the food is phenomenal, but being able to sit down with people and chat and catch up, that is one of my highlights by far. Yeah.
Yep. Ending the night.
4 or 5 in the morning.
Poor Evan, I took off of the cover of our thumbnail here, but this is the full picture.
It is.
That's our 80s band cover. I didn't realize how far back we were. We should have been closer to you.
You're very far back. It makes it even better. Oh, it's so good. It's so
Nights
good.
at the Griffin.
Yep. So many different. If you look at the different pictures from the different nights, there's a good overlap of people, and it just changes every time. There's just new people and people meeting for the first time, and it's just fantastic. Yeah, there it is.
That's a good shot.
Yep. Yep.
So the aquarium was pretty good, huh?
The aquarium was, yeah, it was fun. And they had the sea lions did a show and learned about penguins, and they handed out trading cards to the kids that were listening. So Luca and Mika walked away with a couple cards, taking them down to the fall. I'm glad Sunday was nice because Saturday was not good weather. Sunday was beautiful. But we walked all the way to Goat Island and went to the Horseshoe Falls to see the good ones. So, yeah. Just some great. It's the memories. It's all these things that happened. That the games are great. I really enjoyed every game I played, whether I lost or won, which I didn't win many. But it's those things that I look forward to and take away. There's one. I don't know if you got it. It's in between Daryl and the two kids looking at the sea lion tank. There's one of the two kids at a table. They're in their jerseys and they're playing on a table. Yeah, that one. So that bag and I'm going to need the next picture too if they came in order. Same table, just farther back. Don't do that one yet. Nope, go back. So a friend of mine, Brett's wife, Laura, Brett and Laura, Laura gave the kids a Ziploc bag of like 3D printed like a dinosaur fossil and cats and these rubber ducks or whatever. And they were playing with them in the hall for a little while I paraded them around and, introduced them to people they'd never met before. And we're walking back to the lobby of the hotel, and I see Alan Moon. And I know Alan, and Alan he started the gathering. So I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I can introduce my kids to Alan. And he hasn't met them. So I bring him over, and I'm like, hey, guys, say hi to my friend Alan. And they're, hi, Alan. I'm like, what Dad does with QSCon and with games, Alan does this. And another second or two went by, and Luca was like, let me show you a game I designed. And he went to the table and took the bag and dumped it on the table and started developing a game in front of Alan. And Alan and him are talking back and forth about this thing that Luca is putting together. And it was literally like he stood up the cats and he threw a rubber duck at it, and he called it knocking over the cats. And he was coming into points or doing whatever. But he's doing that in front of Alan. And I'm like, you have no idea. If the future of this could be unbelievable when he sees this picture and was like, that was Alan. Like, he did that in front. It was such an unbelievable moment for me to see that happen. It was just, and then later on, I think it was that night, we're up in the room and he got a whale shark at the aquarium, and we're in the room and he's sitting on the bench where you put your luggage, and he's throwing the whale shark on the bed, and he's like, look at this other game I made. And if it landed on grandma's coat, it was 2 points. If it landed on the bed, it was 1 point. And if it fell off, it was no points. And now he's designing games. And I'm like, this is just absolutely wild.
That's awesome.
that picture right there, I think there are a couple. That picture right there is like, that's amazing. For me, that's absolutely amazing.
That's cool. That's a great way to end the show on that memory.
Like, no hesitation. He's like, let me show you the game I made. What? What are you even? Oh,
already pitching better than me. Awesome.
It was great. It was so great. But yeah, the whole thing. I mean, it's everything I love about the industry in one spot, and it has nothing to do with pitching or play testing or, I mean, playing games is the conduit to that kind of stuff, right? Like being able to hang out with you for the better part of the 8 days you were there, and we got to like hang out with each other. Not that this isn't the same, but like being present in this industry with these mostly unbelievable people. It's just, there's nothing better.
Yeah, agreed.
And then I got to share it with the kids this time. And Allison, like this was It was a really cool. And my
Yeah, I'm
mom,
sorry I
everyone
missed
freaking
it.
out.
Next
Yeah,
time
it was-
I'll stay for the last weekend next time instead of coming for the first one. And this is
Yeah.
the first time I went to the first weekend instead of the last weekend. I think I
Right.
like the last weekend better. There's more energy. I think more things going on. Everybody's near the end of the thing together, so there's that. We got to stay up later. We got to play more games. That kind of panic. So
Well, there's the other side of it too, though. Like everyone's exhausted from the week staying up late, right? Like,
I mean, that's true, but I don't know. I also did really enjoy the 3 day acclimation vacation before going back to work. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
have hated to come back and just go right back into work. So yeah, we'll figure
Yeah.
something out there. But
yeah,
not but work is making games, so it's not that different from what we were doing there too, right?
right. And there are other people. Like, it's not just industry folk that go to this. There are just gamers
yeah.
that go, friends of ours
Yeah.
that go, and they go back to their jobs. Like, they take a week off from work. This is their vacation. They go back to work, and they're just super friendly. Just everyone's this industry is so amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I take back what I said about Origin Story being my least favorite game I played there. Peter pulled me into a game I don't think I'm allowed to talk about publicly yet because it's not out yet. No, I just mean like it hasn't been announced. I don't think it was a prototype.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty finished prototype. Not my cup of tea. But it was based off of Love Letter, and I don't like Love Letter.
Oh, right. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I
You
mean.
love Love Letter.
But I do blame Peter for pulling me into that one. He knew what he was doing. He was like, he was already caught into it. I think he was like, I gotta bring Chris into this if I'm gonna get caught into it. Kind of feeling.
Yeah.
That's funny. And then he got on the opposite team of me and beat me at it. That's even worse.
Even better.
Anyway. But anyway, that was our experience. It was fun. I hope everybody gets to, even if you don't get to come to this one, there are a lot of other conventions that have that feeling of gameplay, especially like BGG Con or some of the Dice Tower. I haven't been to all the Dice Tower ones, but basically the Dice Tower ones or East and stuff where you're spending days of just playing games in a hotel and stuff.
Yeah.
It's that feeling. They're all a little bit different and stuff, but you can find the one for you. So I would encourage anybody to look into any of those kind of full day play ones. Not the expo ones like Gen Con and Origin, stuff like that are awesome, but these are the best ones in my opinion, where you just get to sit down and play games with friends for the most part.
It does a lot of what QSCon is modeled after is Dice Tower Con. It used to be Dice Tower Con. It's now Dice Tower East down at that resort.
Right.
And gathering. And it's about, there's something magical about being in a hotel, right? Like being able to sleep in, go down. You're not driving. You're not leaving early because the hall closes at 6 and you got to go somewhere. Like, that's all well and good in a certain atmosphere. But if you're really looking for that feel, find your local convention that's in a hotel and is an overnight and does that thing, because there's just this family nature to that thing, because everyone's in, like, it's like I said, you're like a camp for a while. There are a lot of conventions that do it 3 days, 4 days that are in a spot. You don't have to leave. It's very comfortable, and it's great.
And that's true. That's a good point about a lot of local ones like QSCon. A lot of local ones are nearby people you don't even know about until you research it. So, I encourage everybody, if you love games, you love people playing games and stuff, check it out.
Yep.
All right. Well, next week we will be back doing our normal random stuff. We haven't decided yet, but we'll let you know when we know. No, we won't.
Did you notice?
We'll let you know right on Monday.
I hope you noticed.
I did notice, but I didn't want to say anything just in case you like went back. But I do appreciate the lack of evil intent behind you.
You're out. Yeah. So one of the first things, Chris gets there, he's unpacking, And one of the first things he does is he throws an Evil Intent shirt at me. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I can't wait to wear it. He's like, and one caveat, take down the Evil Intent behind you. And I'm like, fuck, okay, fine.
Yeah, I see you have 2 up, but it's
I
more
do.
than one. It's more than one. I thought
I do.
we agreed to one.
Well, sometimes when you zoom in, like if you go share your screen or something,
Yeah.
it gets smaller. And sometimes when it's bigger, there'll be this one for the bigger things, and then that one's the one that's autographed by you. So it has to be in the screen. Oh, and also this one right here, this Nova Luna, that's the Rossies. They left it behind.
Oh.
So it'll be on camera until I see them.
You're gonna let them know where it is until you see them.
Yep.
That's
it's
funny.
safe. It's here,
Great.
just in case.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate it, and we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Why am I out of focus? Have I been out of focus the entire time? Nobody cares.
You're always out of focus.
All right. Now that I fixed it, bye everybody.